Alright folks, today this video is made to give you some similarities between the Declaration of Rights of Man in France and the Bill of Rights in the US, okay? So this is a copy of the paper that you all got in class. So you see up here, France right here, that's the Declaration of Rights of Man, and the US, that is the Bill of Rights. So the first issue that we need to address is freedom of speech. And I wanted to make this video because I know this language can be kind of tough for us because it's written in the 1700s, not in 2016. So sometimes it's kind of hard to understand, but it's very important that we learn to really push through it and kind of get this stuff for ourselves, okay? So let's talk about how each address freedom of speech. In France, it says the free communication of ideas and opinions is one of the most precious of the rights of man. That's it, communication of ideas and opinions. That is what we do when we talk about politics often. That's our free communication of ideas and opinions. That's why we vote for whoever we most agree with, because we have free communication of ideas and opinions. And it says is one of the most precious rights of man. Okay? It's precious. Precious just means valuable. One of the most valuable rights that man has. So in theirs they say every citizen may accordingly speak, write, and print with freedom, but shall be responsible for such abuses of this freedom as shall be defined by law. So everyone's allowed to speak, write, and print with freedom, but they can make a law that says you can't go and yell bomb in a crowded theater, right? And that's because it would induce panic. So they're not saying that you can say whatever you want necessarily. They say we can define it by law. We can make a law that says you can't do this. So I can't accuse someone of or spread rumors about someone that are heinous, or spread rumors that I know are false that will maybe make them lose their job, for example. I can't do that. I'm not allowed by law, and that's what France is saying in their Declaration of Rights of Man here, is that they can make a law that stops absolute freedom, but in general, everyone may speak, write, and print with freedom. Okay. So let's see how the U.S. handles it. This is a similarity, by the way. So think of this as a similarity. The U.S. said Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech. Abridging. So that word, instead of abridging, we could just say withholding or stopping. Stopping. So just replace it with stopping. Congress can't make a law stopping freedom of speech or of the press, okay? Or of the press. Or the right of the people to peacefully, assembly, and petition the government for a redress of grievances. Okay, so all of that just is saying that really it just deals with freedom of speech in this one little spot, abridging freedom of speech, but it also deals with religion and peaceful to assembly. This is your right to assemble and protest, peaceful assemble and petition the government, okay, and press. See, so it hits on a lot of things, whereas up here in the Declaration of Rights of Man, it just says this only has to deal with speech. 11 here, 11 only has to deal with speech. In America's number 1 here, number 1, it has to do with all sorts of different stuff, okay? So that's a similarity. We can say that both of these countries have freedom of speech because they both do, and I just showed you why. Also, both of these documents, they give people freedom of religion. And so let's see how France deals with it. No one shall be dissuaded on account of his opinions, including his religious views, provided their manifestation does not disturb the public order established by law. So it's saying no one shall be, let's say, punished. On account of his opinions, including his religious views. Okay, so you can't be punished. On account of opinions, including religious view. Prohibiting their manifestation does not disturb the public order established by law. So what that means, provide their manifestation, that big word just means just so long as you practicing your religion doesn't break some other law. So if I were some sort of religion that I'm just hypothetical, say that for my religion I sacrifice my dog in the middle of the street. Well, that's possibly an issue. You know, that causes some problems for some people, and there's laws against killing your dog in the middle of the street. So my religion wouldn't be allowed in that case. Okay, so just as we talked about before, the U.S. does this same thing too. They give you freedom of religion. So Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. So it's the same thing. Up in Francis, it says, no one shall be punished on account of his opinions, including his religious views. And this one says Congress shall make no law, so Congress can't stop anyone from respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. And then we talked about the other things like freedom of speech, press, right to peacefully assemble and petition the government or redress grievances. Okay, so there's two similarities right there. So the writing assignment that you were asked to do tells you you need two quotes that are properly quoted in the writing, and you also need to show me two similarities between the two documents and how they address an issue. So you could do more than half of the assignment already if you only talked about freedom of speech and freedom of religion. Okay, so let's move on. I want to talk about one difference in ours that is not in, so this is the Bill of Rights still. Bill of Rights. Okay, so I'm still talking about this, but this one, Amendment number 2, it says, a well-regulated militia being necessary for the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Okay, so people, no matter what, are allowed to wear short sleeves because they can have bear arms. That was a joke, not a very good one, and I didn't make it up. But it is the right of the people to keep guns, okay? You won't find that if you were to read through the whole Declaration of Rights of Man, which I'm pretty sure some of you did. You would not find that right in there. Okay, guys, and that would be it for today. So just the last thing I mentioned was if you were to look through the Declaration of Rights of Man, you would not find the right to bear arms, okay? So that's one difference. I know that the assignment was pretty difficult today, so I wanted to make this this video to help you out. If you take the time to use it, then it's going to be really helpful. I know I always say that, but please use these resources because they're made for you. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow.